My coping mechanisms are doing the things that I enjoy.
I would say music is my medicine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely coping for me is music. Certain music I will play and constantly have on, and then have music in the headphones or in the background, and I find it as another art of distraction, so you don't think about the pain.
Yeah, I hear
so
that.
yeah, so I would say music is my medicine.
Yeah.
Because I can't take the medication. Like I've done obviously the business projects, talking to family who I know I can get joke from. I used to go comedy shows as well to make myself laugh. We've done a comedy show.
Yeah. The other coping mechanisms for me are definitely the work that I do. Helps me to manage. It's a good distraction, and actually because I'm enjoying what I'm doing, it takes away. It's a distraction from the pain. It's doing the work that I do with young people definitely motivates me and helps me to. I mean, I remember in the first couple of months of starting up Self, and because I was just so busy and was just really overdoing it, and I had 2 months straight on crutches.
Yeah,
I had a 2-month flare up, and I hadn't had that for quite a while. And my usual or past reaction would have been hibernate, don't want to see anybody, can't go to that meeting, can't go and deliver, forget that. But actually it was the fact that I was going to deliver this workshop with these young women that said, you know what, you've got to do this, right? And you've actually got to, in a way, set an example. Even though I wasn't working with young women who necessarily had any kind of illness or condition or whatnot, but that whole thing of being committed and actually not allowing my condition or my health to be a barrier, and actually committing to those young people, because I committed that I was going to work with them for 3 months. Therefore, I have to be there. Do you know what I mean? So it's having that accountability, and also getting the satisfaction that I get from supporting people and supporting their self-empowerment. That is a coping mechanism for me.
So
And that's.
You can't physically do it though.
Then I just can't physically do it, you know. But I've learned how to, even though there's not any set thing that will make me have a flare up, there are some things that I know, okay, that's going to cause me to have a flare up, but there's not a pattern. So even when people say, well, how many days a week would you say, you can't answer that question. It's just impossible, because you just don't know. But I think other coping mechanisms for me are do the things that I enjoy doing. That's a coping mechanism for me. So even things like, I love dancing. I love music and dancing, and I went for a long period of time in my younger years where I couldn't go raving. I couldn't put on a pair of heels and look like a young lady, because I either had a bandage on my knee, you know, just certain, that whole thing of having to think every day, what can I wear? So I think that the point where I could manage my body better, you know, so if I'm able to go out and party today, I'm going to go out and party. Knowing that there's going to be consequences, and it could mean a flare up the next day or the week or whatever. I know there's going to be consequences. There's always consequences, whether it's just being exhausted and can't move out of the bed the next day or 2 days, or whether it's a flare up and my back's gone and I'm on crutches or whatever it is. But those are the things that help me to cope with living with this condition. Knowing that, okay, I'm going to go out and party, no matter what the consequences is. Doing things like when we climbed the O2 last year, I knew that that was going to kill me. But you know what? I want to do it. And there's so many things that this condition has stopped me from doing that I'm not willing, as far as I possibly can, to let it stop me from doing anymore. So my coping mechanisms are doing the things that I enjoy, and being aware that there's going to be consequences physically, but doing it anyway. And I think that's what helps me to get through every day.
So what are the effects of the condition? Because we've talked about how we can cope with it, but when it is a flare up, what does that look like to you? Or what are the bits? What is all the bits?
Okay, so the day to day is, if I don't have a day of rest at least twice a week, I will be overdoing it and I'll just be exhausted, mentally and physically. Day to day is having to think about what I can wear today. If it's a little bit chilly, I can't wear a skirt because my joints need to be covered. If it's cold, even if I'm wearing jeans, I've got to wear leggings underneath. It's, can I do any housework today? Can I cook today? What can I cook today? Do I have to have oven food because I can't stand up to cook, or because my wrist and my fingers are hurting me too much? It's, can I sit at the computer and run my business or write a workshop? It's feeling unmotivated, mentally exhausted. Oh gosh, there's so many things.
It factors in, because I know things like just the cold hands and feet part of it.
Yeah. I mean, I get the cold more so in my feet.
I still get really embarrassed that they just are not working. Now coming out a lot more, talking about the illnesses and talking about how you feel and stuff like that. It's like, it is what it is, man. But this is a bit adult now. You've got to load it into the shopping cart.
Yeah.
You've got to load it onto the till.
Yeah. You've got to
You've
walk
got to
around.
load it back,
Yeah.
You load it back into the the shopping cart, load it into the car.
Yeah.
All of that, and I would get like my wrist or something click out because I'm lifting the bag up. And to bring it into my house, I'd have to pack really light bags and like 4 items in the bag and take out all the bags, and I've got to pay 5p. I ain't so there's all these bags because I can't take a heavy bag.
Yeah.
So yeah. I'd like to see how you pimp your crutches.
I will show you what they're done. Do you want to cut there?
Yeah.